So this is my Google Forms Advanced project, and here I have several questions set up that was required: a multiple choice, short answer, checkbox grid, and date question. And I threw in the newest feature of the grid, which is a grid checkbox where you can check in multiple answers, which has just been added a couple days ago. So what I have here is first my form. My first question is multiple choice, and it takes you to two of the different sections based on your answer. So by setting up in this question, I can continue on to the next section, but I want this multiple choice answer to go on to the Game of Thrones section, and if they choose Bloodline, I want them to go to the Bloodline section. So that's easy to set up, and can set up your forms and take students to different parts of it based on how they answer a certain question. So the questions themselves, I have several data validation set up. For example, this question, the answer has to be greater than 0. So for numerical answers, that works out well. For this question, they have to choose more than one answer, and so if they don't choose more than one answer, it prompts them that there has to select at least 2 answers to be correct. This question has them. Actually, it's this. Yeah, this question has them. It requires a response in each row and limits one response per column, so they can only pick one answer per column. If you look at the question, that kind of makes sense. And then this kind of similar to that. And then this question, it requires them to add the time to the month and date of when Robert Rayburn died. So what's also nice about Google Forms is all these add-ons which are fun, these puzzle pieces. I added the choice eliminator add-on, which I probably wouldn't have normally used in this because I don't want to eliminate these 2 choices. But what I really like is the form notification add-on, where every time someone responds or submits the form, it sends me an email. It's also going to send the d128 EdTech email account an email that a form has been submitted. So you can configure this for how many notifications after how many responses. So I usually do every 1 response. For example, when kids fill out test retake forms, I have this notification set up. So that's a really cool add-on that also is very useful. And then there's other add-ons like form limiter, where they can only fill out, I can basically limit how long the form is active. So if you want a form to turn off after a certain point in time, like kids have only a certain amount of time to fill it out, you can set this as it basically stops accepting responses after a certain time period, which is also very useful. So there's my Google Form Advanced project. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Hopefully I passed. Thanks.